Izzy Justice here, Chief Scientist at Neuro580. Again, thank you to the CDC here in Atlanta, Georgia, for providing this platform to talk about the role of neuroscience in the human experience within ourselves, with our customers, with our families. Today I want to talk to you about workplace breaks and why, from a neuroscience and a mental wellness perspective, it is a very important intervention that we have to integrate into our workday and our work life. So most of us don't think of one single workday as a mental marathon. But I want you to think about this. The average human being today, as I said earlier in one of the videos, has the EEG of a schizophrenic patient from the 1950s. In other words, our brains are consuming so much stimuli that the amount of noise in our head is at unprecedented levels, right? That makes it much harder to do the work that we need to do, that we need to focus on. We're being distracted every 10 seconds. Now, your workday roughly is about 8 hours long, and you're being distracted primarily by yourself every 10 seconds. That is a mental battle that we are having with ourselves to try to stay focused throughout the course of the day. So we need a different model for the world that we have found ourselves in and the brains that we all have now. The concept of breaks is not a new one. So let me talk to you a little about the history of breaks. So when we think of break, typically we think of a vacation. All of us take a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks of vacation. That's a break. What are you taking a break from? From your work, from your home, from your geography, maybe you're going somewhere, but you're giving yourself this chunk of time to give yourself distance between what you've been doing for several months. A weekend is also a break, is it not? You've done 5 days of sort of hard work, if you would. Now you're giving your brain a 2-day break from what it's been doing for 5 days. You're doing other stuff, but you're giving yourself a break. The end of your day when you go home is also a break. Within the workday itself, we have typically one break, maybe a lunch hour break. What I want to argue with you is that all these breaks that we historically have do not fit the model and the human experience that we have today. We need more breaks, but most of the more breaks that we have are time-centered or activity-centered. Maybe I take a 30-minute break and go play ping pong or go for a walk or go listen to music. Those are good. I encourage those. But a lot of times we don't even have that much time. So we need more breaks. The problem is the evidence, if you see over here, is very clear. The amount of breaks that people take is shown to increase your productivity and at the same time decrease your stress levels. There's a 20% boost in your performance simply by taking cognitive breaks. A study from the University of Irvine, California, that 45% of people were more engaged after taking breaks. On this slide over here, this is a Microsoft Human Factor Lab study. You can see pictures of the brain. At the very top are brains of people who the course of a day did not take any breaks. You can see the volume of activity, and at the bottom are people that took intermittent breaks throughout the course of the day. A lot of hard evidence, neuroscience evidence, that says taking breaks during the course of your workday is an invaluable tool, intervention to integrate into your workday. So in terms of solution, how can we integrate breaks that are not centered on an activity or time? Are there breaks that we can do that only take 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds? Sure. It's a lot easier ask of ourselves and of our employees and of our teammates, of our customers, to say, hey, can you take 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds for yourself? And once again, I want to talk about neurohacks and begin to integrate them as a workplace break throughout the course of your day. So the neurohacks that we have in the Neuro580 system in the app is a combination. It's a family. It's a combination of pictures and videos that you haven't seen. Now, I've been talking a lot about the phone and how this is not our friend. But guess what? Our phone also is a repository of a lot of pictures and videos that when I was a child, you had in a hard book, in a photo album, and in a shelf somewhere. Well, I can access all kinds of memories, and most of us do not access images or past positive memories beyond maybe just a few days or the last week or so. Imagine if you've gone from one meeting and you have just 3 or 4 minutes before you get on to the next meeting, and suddenly you get stimulated by looking at a video of your kid when they were young playing soccer, or you're finishing a marathon, or anything positive. That's your memory. We've measured this. In a similar way, we found that that cognitive break of sending your brain to a very good place can be very powerful. We've already talked about the physical neurohacks, these vagus nerve activation neurohacks that just take 5, 10, sometimes 15, 20 seconds to do. You can do that. So cognitive breaks, which do not take time, are a very easy way to integrate, to complement the lunch break, the things that we do for stress before and after work, the evening hours, the weekend hours, and the vacations that I just talked about earlier. There's always music that you can listen to as well. So there are all kinds of breaks that we can do. The ones that we recommend are these cutting-edge neurohacks validated with neuroscience that can help lower that stress level. Not permanently for the whole day or the whole week or for the whole month, but certainly long enough for you to execute the next task at hand to the best of your ability by accessing that green brain, where you're, again, be able to access to the inventory of your past experiences, projects, memories, things that you've done, things that you've been trained on. Breaks are going to help you access all of that. Thank you.